What up? It's your boy the Incredible Man. I'm back at it again, and this time it is Naka no Hito Genome episode 3 discussion slash review. Man, okay. First off, yet again, I'm super late, but dude, if you don't pay attention in this anime and think while you're watching it, you're gonna miss some vital stuff, man. Because when I watched it, okay, I enjoyed it yet again. It was very great. But the moment I'm talking about is when Aki was the monster. Okay, now see, I don't know when he got changed or when that whole thing happened, but let's talk about the episode and maybe I can figure it out. Okay. First off, it appears, and we have the two guys that that didn't participate in last week's game. So they showed a mini clip of what they were doing while everyone else was doing the game, and they were roaming around trying to find out, is there anybody else here, or is just Paka-san by himself? So they pretty much searched the whole place, and they didn't find anybody. But they found was a bunch of empty buildings and houses and stuff. So then all of a sudden, Paka-san shows up and said, "What are you guys doing? I found you." And then he released I tried to attack him, and then he released a big plant monster on them. Okay, so then we jump back, and it shows that the plant monster is attacking all of the group right there as a whole. And even Paka-san mentioned that, well, I'm sorry for the ones that didn't do anything, but these guys done some stuff, so I have to punish them. But okay, now to me, I'm assuming that this is the moment when Aki got switched out. When the monster attacked, they used that opportunity to pose as Aki, like when him and the other dude ran out in the hallway. That is the only thing I can think of for it to make any sense. But then they showed such moments that he was sincere with the rest of the group, so I'm assuming still that had to be the only time that he was able to switch and make it believable, was when the monster first attacked them and they took his position. That's what I think anyway. I don't know, but that's what I think. So then we have those two Aki and the other dude trying to make their way to the basement where everyone else is, so they can come up with a plan to attack these monsters. So on their way there, they get attacked by another monster that looks like Karen. And right away, man, you knew it wasn't her. Let's be real, because she was supposed to be with everybody else, and then when she done that evil smile type thing, man, we knew that wasn't her, because she's not that nice. Let's be real, she's not. So then the monster attacked Aki. Now, what I'm saying is, now I love when they do the scenes that's like supposed to be serious like that, like where like they're in danger and it's really impactful. They changed it. They changed the whole colors. It was very, very vibrant and neon pastel type colors when they showed it, when the monster actually bit his head. But like nothing happened. I mean, there's just a little blood. But like that scene that which was supposed to be a serious scene, they took it and they highlighted it with very vibrant colors and pastel colors to, I guess, really take some of the impact away from it. But it was nice. I liked that because they do it later in the episode as well. But it was very nice. I enjoyed that. But then the plant monster starts to caress his face and just doesn't attack him anymore. And then it kind of just passes out or runs out of energy and just lets them run past it. Now, the only thing that made me think that was the king of the monster plants was because, of course, they wouldn't attack their own. So either they switched bodies with Aki-kun at the very beginning, or somewhere along in the hallway they switched bodies with Aki-kun. But it just doesn't make. I don't know, man. If you're not really thinking and paying attention, man, you're going to miss some stuff. I may have to watch it again to try to pinpoint when exactly he didn't actually participate in this game. But the fun thing about that is, because if it was the monster the whole time, the dude that with the bike helmet, he falls asleep. Well, he gets real tired, and that moment where his body starts to really shut down, they highlight the screen. It gets really vibrant with the pastel colors again. But he showed concern for him. So at that moment, was he Aki-kun or was he the plant monster portraying Aki-kun? It got real confusing, man. So I definitely got to watch it again to see if I can pinpoint that moment. But then we get there and we find that everyone's already there, and then they're discussing the plan. And this is when Yuzu, the chick with the glasses, comes in and was like, well, I want the dude with the umbrella to take me to my room and bodyguard me because I got to get some stuff that we can use to fight the monsters. We get there. She has poison, like a bag full of poison. And then she drops a picture of Aki-kun that she's taken and plastered all over her walls that we seen last week. The dude sees it and was like, well, what are you doing with this? And then the camera pans up and it shows him looking, and it shows the whole wall of all of the pictures of Aki-kun. And then she's like, well, then it kind of pans and cuts away, and it goes back to them in the basement talking about how to defeat the monsters. And then he kind of had, well, no, she was experimenting on another plant monster. And then he kind of has a flashback and was like, well, she turned around and got real creepy and scared. It was like, don't tell anybody that you saw this, okay? So, chick is crazy. I mean, we knew that last week when we saw the posters and the pictures and everything. Chick is real crazy, but this episode took it to another level. Then we get there and she passes out the poison and stuff. Now, see, it was real confusing because she stuck all of the poison in Aki-kun's mouth, and now we know at that moment he was the plant monster. By that time, I'm without a doubt for sure that he was the plant monster at that moment. But, it's so confusing. I don't know when they switched that. Okay, then we get to everyone, they done a little comedy segment about who was all going to go out and defeat the monsters and everything. And then they done like a little pudding segment. That was nice. I love the comedy in this show as well. It's always very nice, and they don't dwell on it too much. Then they go back immediately to the action and everything. But the comedy segments that's there are very, very funny. And then everyone starts to defeat the monster, and then they pan back and shows that Karin has to go to the bathroom, and she asks Aki to take her to the bathroom. And he takes her. He takes her to the bathroom, and then he says, oh, I have to go now. So then he goes, and I don't normally get jump scares in anime, but when he was in the bathroom and he cut off the faucet and Yuzu appeared right behind him, that gave me a little bit of a jump scare, just a little bit. But then she like charges at him with the hammer and smashes the mirror, and he covers his face with his right hand. And then she goes to attack him again. He covers his face with his right hand again, and she was like, no. That's not right. I've been stalking and studying Aki-kun, everything about him for a long time. So he does this with his left hand. He does this with his right hand. He hits with both hands. He can do anything with either his left or right hand. And she says, you're not Aki-kun. So then she goes into this whole miniature monologue, and like she gets ready to kill him. And it's like, I don't care if you was the real Aki-kun. I wanted to dissect you, so I do this anyway. And like right when she gets ready to stab him, the monster smiles. It's like, and she was like kind of traumatized, like, or shocked a little bit. And then she was like, forget it. And she stabbed him in the forehead. And that whole scene was fantastic, man. Like I said earlier in the video, like when they do scenes that's very serious like that, they show it in a different color than what it's already in. Like when it's just a regular part of the show, because it took that whole scene and made it black, white, and red when she stuck him, man. That scene was fantastic. One of my favorite scenes of this episode. And then they pan back to the classroom where everybody else is, and it was like, oh, the monster's gone and it's already withered away. And they show her hugging him, was like, oh, I can't believe I almost done that. And then she was like, I should have kissed him when I had the chance. And then it goes off. But as well, it shows Aki talking to the kid with the motorcycle helmet about the sleeping pills, and the dude punches him. But another moment that I wanted to touch on was that at that moment when he showed concern for the dude with the motorcycle helmet, he was the monster, I'm assuming. I still think he was the monster at that moment. But when he said he wanted to talk to Paka-san about something, Paka-san agreed. And then he gave him the med. It's so confusing that if you don't think I gotta watch this episode again. But if you don't think and pay attention, you're gonna miss some stuff, man. But overall, I enjoyed it. It was another great episode from this anime, and I'm definitely going to continue to watch it, man. This is your boy, Dick Incredible. Don't forget to smash that like button until you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them, and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. And remember that anime matters, anime is greatness, and anime is life, man. Peace out.